Like, why would you say you're going to do something and then not do it? And it happens to me often, like if it comes to like building my business, saying I'm going to do something and then not doing it, or going to work out at the gym and then not going, or you say you're going to call your friend and go have fun and then you don't even do it. It's like, what the hell? Even if it's a fun thing to do, sometimes you just don't even do it. And it really, when I first stumbled upon this issue, it really like piqued my interest in how is my mind working, because there's no way I'm going to be able to build a big business, get like super fit and strong and whatever. Like, if I'm not calling my friends, how am I going to have a lot of friends in my life? Like, why is it that I'm doing this? Because it's sabotaging my ability to reach any of the goals that I have for myself. And as I really started to pay attention, I realized, I am out of control, and I need to figure out, how do I gain control over myself? And even if you listen to that sentence right there, I want to gain control over me. That makes no sense, because there's two people involved in that. I want to gain control over me, but I'm just one person. So having that realization that I'm trying to control something made me really want to understand, how is my mind working? Because it's like there's two of me going on right now. So I had to figure this out. And in order to really get to the bottom of how my mind was operating, I thought, what are the different ways to understanding the mind? And really comes down to becoming silent and listening to your thoughts, feelings, whatever activity is happening. But it requires when I was first starting, I was bad at it, really bad at this. But as I started to be better at doing nothing, but in the nothingness, I was really just paying attention to my mind's activity. And I noticed that thoughts were creating feelings, but also feelings were creating thoughts. And then memories were being created once I had something that was a very pleasurable or peaceful, or whatever it is, that's something really, a great feeling that you might have, like you're being entertained or you're with your friends, and that memory stays in your mind because it was such a high experience of life. You had such a great feeling in that moment, and so that memory comes back later as you're going about living your life, and it gets presented as a desire to repeat that activity again. You should definitely go get that ice cream again. You should definitely call those friends that you had a good time with again. You should definitely, whatever it is that you had such a good experience with, it's coming back as a desire to repeat it. And that's when I realized that that's the other me that I'm talking about. In that sense, I want to have control over myself. Really, I'm just suffering my own ability to remember. So our minds are so powerful to have this ability to remember things, and we can use it to our advantage, but it also comes at a disadvantage when I would notice myself just instantly reacting to the desire of the memory. The memory would come up, and a desire for that thing would come up, and I would just react so fast. Like my actions were just quick. And in order to really start basically having more control, I had to become aware of them as it's happening, so I can pause and really be the one in control. But there comes another question. It's really windy out here, but there comes another question, which is, who's the other me? There was two me's in that statement. I want to control myself. So I started being interested in, okay, this is all my feelings, thoughts, memories, desires, and everything, and all the activity happening in my mind, but who's this? And I realized that is not just, because this is where it kind of got interesting once I started paying attention, is it was clear that this thing was the awareness of all the activity. But once I really felt that that was me, then it was like I could see past all of my desires and thoughts and feelings, and I felt really connected to everything around me. It's just became so clear to me that I am what I'm looking at. And it just created this like feeling of oneness and like no separation, no division between anything. And when I have that deep of an awareness of all the activity happening around me, as well as the ability to see my thoughts and feelings popping up, I feel so in control that there's no question about what I should do. I know what to do. It becomes so easy to just do whatever it is you want to do with your life, because I don't have that instant reaction to those feelings and those thoughts that are coming up. It's so powerful for trying to achieve whatever goal you set out for yourself, because you start to really realize that it's easy to be the one who is in control and really just be you, because you are a person who was born with the awareness as a baby. That's what we're born with as humans. And all of these memories and thoughts just accumulate over your life. And so anytime I'm talking about myself in this video, I hope you can relate it to your life, because that's why I'm talking about it, really. Otherwise, I wouldn't make this video. This video is really for you. So I hope you appreciated it, and I hope you really become better at being aware of your own thoughts and feelings, memories, desires popping up that are kind of feeling like you have something that's controlling your life other than you, even though you're just one being with one mind. And really, those thoughts and feelings are you. They are you. But you can see past them. You can see them as they arise. And you can gain awareness of them. That's the key. That's the real key of this, is like you have to gain awareness of the activity in your mind. Because if you can't, then it's like this reaction just starts coming up, and then the desires that you have become your life. And then it really kind of can turn into addiction, can turn into everything, but it doesn't have to if you can acquire this skill. So I bet you most people are probably wondering right now, how do you get better at that? Like, what are some things that I can do to become aware of these things happening in my mind? And really, nobody can teach you, because it's your own mind. But people have similar, everybody has two hands for the most part, and people's bodies work similarly. So there is good advice online on how to do this. I would look into, I'll make a video about it later, because that can go on for another minute or so. Not a minute, but, for a while. So I hope you appreciate this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.